Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I'm sorry it's so late, but at least I'm doing it. Y'all know I give up on some shit in a minute. I just be like, you know what? Fuck it. But no, I'm not going to give up on this one because I actually do like the show. I will tell you what though, yesterday I had every intention of coming home and doing it after work, and all day at work I'm like, I gotta go home and do the review. But once I got home, like I was just so exhausted. I didn't feel the greatest, so I didn't do it. I just went to bed. Um, but we're here now, and I'm all ready. Happy Friday. Yay. All right, I want to start off by saying welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome to the beautiful people family. We are so happy that you're here. I appreciate you going ahead and hitting that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. And everyone else, if you can like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be great. But let's go ahead and get started. First of all, they started off with Dorit and PK and his teeth, and I just don't care. So I really did fast forward. Then we get to Sutton, and she's in her store, and apparently she doesn't know how to close up her own store. And her assistant or whoever he was like, you think you should probably know that because it's your store. So Crystal comes over, they sit down to speak, and she's telling, she's asking how the thing at Rena's house went. And Sutton is just like, oh, and she's like, well, before you get started, let me tell you I saw Lisa yesterday. The fuck is you asking her for, Crystal? Like, what are you trying to start here? You already know. Why don't you just tell her what you know and get her take on what happened? Why are you like, what happened there if you already know? But anyway, so she's like, Son is like, yeah, she just attacked me. And Crystal's like, yeah, she said she's very mad at you. Son's like, yeah, she didn't say that when we went to lunch by ourselves. However, when she got an audience, suddenly she's mad. Sounds about right for Rena. All right, so Sutton says she don't want to talk about Rena anymore. Like she's done with it. And Crystal, she kind of lets Crystal know that, your eating disorder came up. And she's like, oh, I know, Rena told me. And then we get a flashback of Rena sitting down with Diana. Y'all, that lady really do lick her lips a whole heck of a lot. Like, it's kind of gross. But her name is Diana, right? Whatever. But y'all know I cannot remember names. But anyway, she's saying how Rena's in the flashback is like, yeah, your name did come up and your disorder came up. Yeah, bitch, because you the one that brought it up. You didn't tell her that part, did you? And oh, we're just all so concerned or whatever. Yeah, okay. So then when we get back to Sutton and Crystal, Sutton is just like, it sounds like she was making it sound more of a concern when really it was coming off more judgy and the fact that you haven't gotten help. And then Crystal starts crying and she's like, I'm seeing a pattern with this group of women. And I'm like, you don't say. Like, this is just who they are. And she's saying in her confessional that just because she hasn't done everything to, fix the situation doesn't mean she hasn't done anything. So she's trying to fix the situation, but she just feels like it is going to be a lifelong struggle for her. I mean, because you got to have food your whole entire life. So you got to get some sort of good relationship, basically, with food, a healthy relationship with food. And right now, she just doesn't have one, unfortunately. And you guys, I didn't realize how pretty Crystal is. She really is Crystal. She really is pretty. She didn't have on a whole lot of makeup. Actually, it looked like she only had on like a little bit of eyeliner. She's a very pretty lady. And they did like a little flashback of when she was saying how the girls will just never get her. I hate the fact that Crystal was speaking up more last season and earlier this season. Like she would defend herself, even though some of the words she chose was a little iffy and like, does that really belong here? But she would speak up for herself, and I just feel bad that these women have like they've just kind of defeated her, like to the point where now I guess she just probably feels like there's no point in arguing with these ladies. They're gonna win because it's all of them on one. Mostly every single time there's an argument or something, it's everybody on one person. Think about it. It really is. And poor Sutton. But let's Let's keep going. All right, you guys. We pick back up at Diana's house, and why is she always wearing these jogging suits? And of course, they're name brand or whatever, but they're never cute. Like they're never cute. She is a athleisure kind of girl, and the shit it just looks horrible on her. Her guy looks a mess. Ugh, he's sitting at the piano. I refuse to listen to him sing again. I'm just not gonna do it. And I kind of refuse to listen to them talk. So I'm fast forwarding a little bit. I'm trying to let it play just for a second to see if there's anything pertinent, but I don't think there will be. Yep, absolutely nothing to see there. Nothing. Then we go to Kyle's house where Erica is coming, and yeah, I haven't watched this episode, just so you know. This is my real reaction, but I just don't want to watch this stuff. Are they gonna all get together? Like, are we gonna get to the shits in this episode at all? Because if not, then it was kind of a waste. I need for us to get to a whole dinner or lunch or get together or something. So I'm sorry if y'all wanted a playback of each thing. I can't do it this time. They're not really talking about anything. So I'm going to try to fast forward to the shits, basically. Okay, so still at the house with Kyle and Erica. They sit down for coffee or what have you. And Erica is asking how the party went. And Kyle is like, well, you were there. And she's like, I was there, but I kind of wasn't there. And Kyle's like, okay, let's start with that. And of course, she's going to tell her that Garcelle is running around saying she has an issue and a problem. And she, of course, Erica, I'm so fucking tired of that. And don't keep saying and painting this story. You painted the story, like you literally painted the story. I'm so drunk. I'm so drunk. I'm on pills. I can't mix, but go ahead and give me more wine. You did that. Like she didn't do that. So then we get to, oh my God, now you finally know, when something happens, who your real friends are. And I'm thinking, so she's not your friend because she questioned, I don't know. And actually, Kyle said the same thing. She said, so you think she's coming from like a bad place, a malicious place or whatever? Yeah, yeah, I do. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And I'm just like, I can't stand Erica at this point. Like, I just really can't. And hopefully, she won't be back next season. I know I say that on every show about everybody I can't stand, but I mean it. I really don't want to see these people. All right, so we're getting ready for Dorit's Black and Gold party. It's a charity benefit, I guess, for homeless, not toothless. Okay. Black and Gold. The setup is really nice. The decor is really nice. Dorit has on a really pretty. What they say it was vintage. She said vintage Cavalli or something. Black and gold, very pretty. Um, and he as in PK is doing the lights, and he's got them going off and on because apparently they have some kind of big reveal. Y'all, who was Boy George? Who was his really good friend? Was it Dorit and them? Who brought him on to the Real Housewives, and he was like living with them or something strange? Do y'all remember what I'm talking about? I know y'all do. Y'all be remembering everything, and I be forgetting everything. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Because we saw where he came and sang. Was it her? I don't know. But anyway, she's like going crazy over these lights. She's screaming at him and everything. PK, don't touch the lights. And I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna need you to calm down. Okay, so you guys, guess who's first to show up at the party? Kathy, who I cannot stand at this point, you guys. Like I really can't stand her. Do y'all see how she's first and she makes it to every single party except Garcelle's? Yeah. Anyway, and I saw some stuff. I think I told y'all about the rabbit hole and the fact that I think she's racist. I'm sorry. I think her whole family is Paris, all of them. So I don't see it for any of them. So that shit that she be saying and doing, that trying to act off the wall, shit's not endearing to me. Fuck Kathy. And it looks like she has on silver and black. It's black and gold, dummy. All right, I take back the dummy part because I said I was going to try to stop calling people out of their names. So I'm not going to call her a dummy. Okay, yeah, you guys. I'm not gonna go with dummy, but I am gonna call her a dumbass because she is. She's sitting there looking at everybody who's coming, and she's like, "Oh, so Leanna's coming tonight?" And PK is like, "That's Diana," and she goes, "Oh, lovely font, love the font," and just turns around and walks away while he's still looking at the name. Like, how did she get Leanna out of that? Yeah, she is definitely a dumbass. So Diana comes and she looks a mess. She looks a mess, y'all. This lady cannot dress. She has on this super goldish yellow whole outfit. It looks a mess, you guys. Y'all know how I feel about her. All right, y'all. So Rena and Erica make it there, and so far they have all missed the mark on this dressing thing. Like they really have. I don't like what Erica has on. She has on this ugly black leather dress with these tacky hooker shoes, black and gold. That she called them hooker shoes, not me, but they are. So Rena has on this sequin, the kind where it looks like two different colors, which is exactly what Dorit's tablecloth look like, except for it's black and gold. I don't like that stuff where you touch it and it's a different color. And Rena's look red and yellow, so she missed the mark as well. Yeah, they're not doing well. Let's see what the other girls do. All right, so at the party so far, there's a bunch of randomness. We have PK telling a story of when he got pulled over and he told the police he just got done, having dinner with Lionel Richie and John Legend. And so the policeman probably thought he was a name dropper or an asshole or something, so it started off all wrong. He also gave Mauricio, was it a Versace belt? A black Versace belt with a gold Versace buckle or whatever. And Kyle is like, why is my husband opening up gifts? And I'm like, because they have this whole bromance going on, I guess. But whatever. Then, what's her name comes? Sutton comes. And she gives PK a gift. She gives some, is it rosemary? She gives something, a seasoning and some fresh herbs or whatever. And not weed, y'all. Some herbs and olive oil or whatever. And she's like, it's actually for your chef. And he's like, do you want to know your food tonight? And she's like, oh no. And then I swear to God, he rolled his eyes. I rewound it. He rolled his eyes. Like he gave this phony smile. He gave the phony smile. Y'all know that smile. And rolled his eyes. And then all you hear across the room is Rena. Sutton, phony ass. Oh my God. Sutton should have played her dust. I'm telling you, she should have just like paid her absolutely dust and just paid her no attention. But no, she goes running over to give her smooches too. Like they're just so phony. It's unbelievable. Y'all, so apparently Cherie, whatever, she has COVID, so she's not coming. So COVID has definitely traveled throughout this whole cast. But Garcelle comes and I'm like, yes, ma'am, that's black and gold. That's how you shut it down. That's black and gold. Even though Kyle, I couldn't see her dress really, but she had on some big gold earrings. Okay, fine, black and gold. She got the memo, and we get a real weird scene with PK and Mauricio. Over there talking about the women and how they're dressed, and they talk about, Mauricio says, yeah, what's her name? PK's wife, Dorit. Dorit's dress is pretty. Erica's dress is short. And PK is like, okay, so who would you say is best dressed over there? Mauricio says, my wife. And I'm like, good answer. And then PK says, no, take the wives out of the equation. Mauricio says, okay, your wife. And I'm like, damn, that's two compliments for Dorit from Mauricio. Y'all better watch it. He's like, no, take both of our wives out, and then who? One, two, three. And he says Erica, and the other one, Mauricio says Rena. And I'm like, he was just dying to let somebody know he thinks Erica is looking really hot. I don't like that. Ew. Like, oh, Dorit should have a problem with that. To me, something was really off with that whole scene and the fact that they were just staring, like literally staring. And he really, really wanted to get that shit off that he felt like Erica was looking good. He a creep. All right, so before the break, we talk about this mystery man. He's like the snuffleupagus. He apparently, it's the man that Dorita's been telling Garcelle about forever, the one that thinks she's the most beautiful woman in the world. but we haven't seen him. Garcelle ain't even seen him. Like, it sounds like maybe she was like, give him my number because she's like, it's been over a year and he hasn't even reached out. So what are you talking about? And she's just selling them and selling them. And oh my God, he really wanted to be here, but he got COVID. And I'm like, yeah, snuffleupagus for sure. Y'all, I'm sorry. So they start sitting them down, and what the hell is Rena on? Seriously, like, did she have a whole lot of cocktails? I know she said in the car that she took a shot of tequila. I feel like she took a lot of shots of tequila because she's screaming, hey everyone. And I had to think back, like, is this her party? This is not her party. She is just obnoxious. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I just have to say. So we are talking about what Erica is gonna drink tonight or whatever, and she doesn't want anything really strong. And in the confessional, we have Garcelle saying, "Well, she did this at Rena's party, and let's see what she's gonna do tonight." Okay, enough, Garcelle. Don't nobody need you just like on the patrol for what they're drinking or whatever. Like, fuck out of here with that, honestly. And I know, again, don't nobody say nothing bad about Garcelle, but Garcelle be doing the most. Like, girl, mind your business. Like, she's not your friend like that. You don't give a shit like that, for real, for real. So mind your business. Ooh, y'all. I'm getting real irritated. And I feel like I'm about to really snap off because Kyle is getting on my goddamn nerves. Like, she starts talking about to Sutton or Garcelle about how Sutton was put out. Did she leave? No, she didn't leave. Did she tell her to get out? And she's like, yeah, she told her to get out. Well, she told me that she didn't say get out. She said maybe you should leave. And then we see the flashback of Rena on FaceTime saying, no, I didn't tell her to get out. I told her that she wasn't saying and doing stuff that I wanted her to say and do. So maybe she should leave. And they start laughing. Shit's not funny. It's just not funny. Um, and then Sutton is just like, listen. And, so then she's like, you didn't leave. So obviously it wasn't that important and this and that. And Sutton is like, listen, I don't want to talk about it at the dinner table. Like, let's just table it. Let's not talk about it. She then, Kyle, leans over and she's like, Dorit, when Rena put Sutton out the house, did she say get out? Why is she doing that? And Sutton just said, I don't want to talk about it. Like, why is she doing that at this dinner table with all these different strangers and people that they don't know, company, if you will? Like, what is wrong with Kyle? Ugh. All right, so Dorit confirms that she said, get the fuck out of my house. And then Kyle yells across the table. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Seriously. Like, y'all, sorry about all the cursing, but I gotta get it off because I am super pissed off. Like, I feel like Kyle need her ass beat. For real. Like, somebody need to put hands on Kyle to shut her up because she's ridiculous. Like, why would you do that here? And you showing like the people who are in charge of the benefit or the charity or whatever sitting there looking at them like they're crazy. You got the dentist and his wife sitting there looking like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Seriously. And of course, Rena's a liar. I had never said the word fuck. And Mauricio said, listen, I wasn't even there and I'm sure you said the word fuck. Then we see a playback of all the times she said fuck because she's ridiculous. And then she's like, well, if I said fuck, then I was just really mad. And yeah, Sutton's like, yeah, because I told you were talking out of both sides of your mouth. Well, who would like that? And you had a chance to apologize to my husband and you didn't. She's like, I was not going to do it at the wine tasting. However, I did send him a really nice text. Harry said you didn't. And I'm like, so Harry's a liar too? Is he? Huh? So then Sutton, in the confessional, reads off a very nice text where she says she didn't want to discuss it at the wine tasting. However, she apologized if there was any embarrassment or anything that she called sincerely. They are, yeah, I just want to fight these women. It's not good because I want to lay hands on Rena and Diana. We'll just throw her in there and Kyle. All right, so Rena then loses her shit, you guys, and she's like screaming at the top of her lungs. And then we have PK telling Dorit, listen, or the assistant or whatever coming and saying, listen, it's time. Like, you guys got to go. And she's like, now? They're like, now? And I'm like, yeah, right in the middle of the scene. So she tells them to put a pin in it because, listen, we gotta go do something or whatever. And Kyle is like, I never wanted it to get to this level and it's going really bad. Hey, baby. And and I'm like, yes, you did. You definitely wanted to get to this level. Because they're like, who started it? And everybody's like, Kyle. And then she raised her hand, like, hey. And she's laughing. Mauricio's laughing. I really think they all drunk, you guys. I think they edited a lot out, a lot of drinking. But it's just not cool. Like, what she did is just not cool. So the lights, PK messed up the lighting, of course. And Dorit is like scolding him. I told you that you were going to mess up the lights. You didn't know how to do it. So let's see who's here, you guys. All right. So the lady is Melissa Etheridge, and when she comes out, everybody's like, yeah, yeah, and Kathy Hilton is like, who the hell is that? And she is very serious. Same thing. Let's talk about her not knowing who Lizzo is, and I mean that's fine, but for her to call her precious, girl, it's not cute. It's just really not cute. And then her answer to it was, well, I didn't even know who somebody was. It Melissa Etheridge she was talking? I didn't know who that was or what. Like she don't know people. And like I said, all of that her playing stupid and like a dunce. Like no, I just think she is a dumbass. Like honestly, sorry. But yeah, so Sutton ends up yelling out, "That's my girl crush." And I'm like, girl, calm down. So Garcelle tells her that she should take a picture with her. And she's like, after we just did all that yelling and stuff. And Garcelle in the confessional is like, where was she waiting at to come on? Like, we were just yelling like crazy at the table. Not a good look for us. She's like, you could dress us up, but you can't take us out. And I'm like, it's very true. It's very true. Oh, and before I forget, there's a whole lot of hugging with Mauricio and PK. Now, am I suggesting anything? No, but it's just a whole lot of hugging and loving. I don't know. Like she's singing and they're hugging each other as opposed to it was a lot. So yeah, the bromance is in full effect. It's kind of nasty. Y'all, please tell me Rena has never won an award in her life because this acting performance was awful. It was very, very soap opera and it was very awful. And she's going into how her mom's things, and now I'm not making fun of the fact that she lost her mom. That's very sad. But when I tell you the acting, no, ma'am. Her mom's things came into her house today, and I just had so much anger, and I'm trying to live without my mother. And she's like, like not one tear. I'm like, come on, you can do it. Come on, tear. Come on, you can do it. Squeeze, squeeze. No, not one tear. Not a one. It's not funny, but I just want her to do better. All right, you guys, that's the end of it. Okay, so she doesn't want to fight with Sutton anymore. They wake up. I mean, they wake up. They make up. It's fine. All is right with the world again because Rena snapped out of it right away. She was just like, you know what? I just really don't want to do this anymore because I just really don't. And I was projecting, and this was not fair, and it wasn't fair to you, and it was. I'm like, girl, pick a personality or something. Like, are you kidding me? Next week look like it's gonna be good. Like I was just screaming at the iPad. Like, come on, Garcelle. This is what I like to see. Garcelle, talk your shit. Let them know. Not you. Don't play with you. No, Erica. You can make yourself look bad. You don't need me to do that. Yes, yes, ma'am. Let's get to it. All right. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you very much. If you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.